Hey y'all, welcome to Backwoods Broadhead Brawl Shootout. My name's Darren Stevens. I got my name on my shirt right there. So in case you forgot what it is, it's always right there. I'm shooting this High Country Ascension bow at 73 pounds at a 31-inch draw. It shoots these here Speed Pro arrows at 311 feet per second. So before you waste your money and try them out, I got all kinds of information for you. I'm going to give you a couple shots with field points, show you what the field point accuracy actually is, and then we're going to test these claims on field point accuracy, durability, entry cut, exit cut, and we're going to shoot into all kinds of mediums. So first off, we got this here VIP Veteran Broadhead. Y'all take a look at that right there. It is a massive cut. It's like sticking a broadsword in the damn critter. Now, this is a hyper dangerous broadhead. I have cut myself with this 3, 4, or 5 times just trying to get it reloaded. It's very sharp, and what I've seen is it is not reliable. It flies all over the damn place. These heads open in mid-flight and it don't hit the target for shit. But if you can stick it in a critter, god dang, it makes big old cuts. All right, now we're gonna do some shooting. This here's field point accuracy right there. You can see it's about an inch apart at 20 yards. This is the VIP Veterans. You can see it's about 2 inches apart at 20 yards. They're pretty close to my initial spot, which is over here, but they're flying left. This is the first time I've shot 2 and one of them didn't deploy and missed way over here in the weeds somewhere. You can come up and look, these here entry wounds are pretty small, but man, once it gets in there, it makes a pretty big cut. This is a dog turd. All right, this is my second shot with this VIP Veteran, and the little retention blade that holds this down in is completely broken. You can see that's pretty dangerous, but it is a very tiny little point right there. It's broken off on this side, rendering this broadhead unusable in future attempts. This is a single shot broadhead. I do not recommend this broadhead, and I cut myself trying to get it back together, by God. Oh my golly. Here's a broadhead you've seen all over the eBay. I think it's a 1 1/8 inch solid non-mechanical broadhead, and it's got maybe a ½ inch cut in the middle. I think you can get these for like $6 for 3 of them all over the interwebs. Alright, you can see these are a lot more accurate. I put 2 in the same hole. My field points fly about here, so these are still an inch off to the left, but I done lopped part of my vein off and 2 parts of my vein off. I hate doing that. Cuts up all my stuff. I probably might have ripped this area. I'm not sure. It might have some damage to it. These fly pretty good. It is a fixed blade broadhead, and you can see the results are there. That's still a dog turd. We got the Heartcraft Deepcut broadheads. I believe that company might have sold to Wraith Bloodsport, and I forget what they call them. But it is 3-blade, fixed blade, cut on contact, reversible blades, chisel tip. This has been my go-to broadhead for years. Smaller cut in diameter, but man, it flies good, and it is just bomb-proof. Got about a 1-inch group of them Heartcrafts. They fly great. The cut in diameter ain't huge, but still, I mean, that's 2 inches left of my field point hit. So none of these manufacturers' claims of being field point accurate is ever worked out for me. I always have to readjust my sights and retune my bow for a broadhead. And I suggest all of y'all do that. Don't go out in the woods with a brand new broadhead that says it flies like a field point that you ain't done tried out in some kind of target before, because you are liable to injure an animal and you will not find it and be able to eat it later. Here's the NAP Killzone Maxx. I think it's a 2-inch blade. It's got the cut on contact tip, and it says field point accurate again. We ain't found that yet. Now have we? Now you can see these things leave a daggum entry hole right there. I mean, that is... These here are called Solid Legend broadheads. It's the most expensive broadhead ever made. I would never buy these. I believe my brother gave them to me as a Christmas present because he likes them real good. Now, These broadheads must be carved out of nails they found in Noah's Ark and handmade by Jesus himself, because they are $30-something a piece. Not for 3 of them or for 6 of them. This is $30. This is $30. They're like $90. So there's got to be some kind of special meteoric iron ore they used out of these or something. It looks pretty simple to me, but man, I can't imagine what makes these worth $30 a dang piece. We'll field test them here. All right, y'all, we got these new Thorn Broadheads with hidden blade technology. We're gonna test them to see how they fly as field points do. And then I've got some Meat Seeker Broadheads. I can get these out. Meat Seekers, they are 3-blade expandables. Both of these are expandables. So we're gonna try them and see how they fly as opposed to field points. These are the Thorn Broadheads, and they flew exactly where my field points flew. These are the Trophy Ridge Meat Seekers. They did a good job, flew pretty close to where the other ones fly. They don't want to pull out of this target. I'd say they're an inch high. These are the Carbon Express. I don't know the name of them. They are a Carbon Express Broadhead fixed blade. These Carbon Expresses flew about an inch and maybe just an inch high of where the field points hit. All right, y'all, what I got here is my very scientifically prepared testing media for these mechanical broadheads. I got aluminum foil on the outside so you can see the entrance cut and exit cut. On the inside I got, what is this? A leather welding glove I cut in half. It's about the same thickness as deer hide. It's not a super thick cowhide. And then inside that I got spare ribs or baby back ribs, one pork ribs anyway. It's as close as I could get to coming through a deer carcass, live game animal that you would shoot these mechanical broadheads into. All right, y'all, here is the entry wounds of the Swat ballistic. This is the NAP Killzone. Y'all can see that's got a massive entry wound every time. This is the Antler Insanity Battle Axe. All right, y'all, here are the exit wounds and the aftermath on the broadheads. This is the Swat ballistic. You can see its exit wound had a very small entry wound. Exit wound is excellent. It did break bone in there. This is the NAP Killzone. You can see it broke both blades going through bone, and the exit wound is significantly smaller than the entry wound. Now that's just going through one side of bone. This is the Battle Axe. Also has only a 9/16 cutting entry hole, but this exit hole in it broke through 2 ribs is just gargantuan. So y'all can see that NAP failed the torture test. The Swat ballistic flies excellently, small entry hole, large exit hole. Battle Axe is becoming my new favorite. It really just does some damage. All right, y'all, flip this around. What we got here is the entrance wound from the, let me take a look here. This is the Swat C4. It's a very small entrance wound. Fully expands after impact to a nice exit wound. That did break bone in there, you can see that. This is the Meat Seeker, also a fairly small entrance hole and a large exit wound, also broke bone straight through. You can feel it all crunching around in there. And the other one I shot too low. This was the what is that called? Antler Insanity Battle Axe. And this one does not like being deployed and hitting foam. It usually breaks off one of those. So going to foam all day, fine if it's closed, but when it's open, you can see it left a bigger entrance than the other two. And then the exit wound coming out, it came out too low. I didn't get a good shot on that. We'll give it another try. All right, y'all, here's a new broadhead, the Thorn Broadhead. I believe it's a 1 3/4 or 1 7/8 inch cut. hidden blade technology. This is something I've been really excited about. I've been thinking about why somebody hadn't been hiding them blades for a long time, and now it's got this rip tip. You can see that tip I'm not too excited about. I like a tip that cuts, shears, goes straight through. This is going to pull, nag, really slow you down. But here is the first look at the Thorn, my first look at the Thorn Broadhead. You can see it left a rather small entry cut, probably 3/4 of an inch. And then same thing in the meat there, about 3/4 inch cut. And it's got about an inch cut coming out. That did not break bone. It just went straight through. All right, y'all, here's after being run through pork ribs and hide. The battle axe is still very sharp. Nice tip on it. Now these, let me go back to this. These did not expand on impact, which they're not supposed to. They did expand through the exit after breaking bone. They did a good job of bone breaking. It's hard to film and do one hand. I got a full deployment on exit. The meat seeker, I believe, is supposed to open on entry. It did not. It left cut about that size on entry, maybe smaller. And on exit, we did get the full deployment, which looks like that. This broadhead is in excellent condition, still razor sharp blades. Not a great entry wound, great exit wound. Same thing I can say for all of these. Swat C4, not a great entry wound, great exit wound. This broadhead is ready, still razor sharp blades, ready to fold back up and shoot right once again. Swat ballistic, same thing, excellent broadhead, small entry wound, large exit wound. All of these heads fly about exactly the same. Excellent flying heads. Now, let's see what I can do on cost here. These, I think you can get a 5-pack for $15, $3 a piece. Small entry, large exit. These are still $30 a pack, so $10 a piece. They sell Chinese knockoffs, if y'all want to go that route, for about $4 a piece. Get out of here, kitty cat. The entry wound on this, not great. Exit wound, very nice. Not as good as this exit wound. Excellent exit wound, not great entry wound. Swat ballistics, you're looking at $11 a piece, I believe. This is a Swat C4. They sent me these after one of my ballistics broke. You're looking at about $11 a piece. Flies excellently, has a very small in-flight profile. You can see that. Those fold up even tighter if I can get all that meat out of there. That's what's stuck in there. They fly excellently. They have a quad cut tip, and then the blades open up in a different direction. So that is a lethal broadhead. C4 or ballistic, same thing. Almost the same thing, collars in a different place. So $11 a piece, $10 a piece, $3 a piece. My opinion and the overall winner of all the broadheads we've tested, all of them, I didn't do a meat test on those because there ain't nothing exciting. You know what happens when that goes into a chunk of meat right there. I mean, it just looks like that. It don't expand. It don't blow up. No, nothing happens. It cuts through them ribs. It does all that stuff just exactly the same. Your entry and exit wound look like that. That's just how it is. Now, this right here is my overall pick that I'm going to be shooting this season due to price and functionality and flight. It does a great job on flight. The entry wound is small. That is a kitty cat. The exit wound is gargantuan. So as soon as it pops through that first bit of skin, those blades open up. It broke through several bones. Bone on each side. Those blades are still razor sharp. The NAP Killzone no longer has blades. It broke both blades off when it hit bone. That unreliability in flight, and also a one-shot broadhead, not for me. The Thorn Broadhead here, for its price, I believe does not offer what I want in a broadhead. You can see it cuts right through that little orange pin and expands those blades, but our entry wound was small, exit wound was mediocre, and you're looking at $20 a piece for them. Kind of a letdown. I was really hoping for a bigger entry wound. And the ones I've chosen, the entry wounds are small and the exit wounds are massive. And hopefully you get an exit wound, or you're going to be trailing like you shot something with a gun. You know, if you're a good trailer, you can get it done. But if you ain't a good trailer, it might be hard to find some of them critters if you ain't got that 2.5, 3 inch cut on the entry. That's up to you.